I'm not going to list all the bits and pieces that are new in this thing because it's all been redone, either with new parts or refurbished parts into a completely stripped body shell that was repainted on a rotisserie. It was originally a concourse project. In fact, it did win one show. But when I got it, I spoilt all that by putting a 1275 engine in, ribcase gearbox, HS2 carbs, aluminum radiator with a 6-blade fan. So I suppose I am going on about the new stuff, but only in that they're the things that are not concourse original. This is an example of how this was rebuilt completely to spec. These 4 little holes, which I thought were a fault, they're actually the holes that are pre-drilled if they are used in England for you to put a plate on, because in England you didn't have to have the bumper. So I thought I'll keep those, and I just put little rubber grommets in. Still got the bonnet hinged at the rear, although a lot of people have started to do them as front tippers to make them easier to work on. I had the petrol cap dechromed and replicated what was an option back in the early 60s. Inside, more of my deconcursing it, different steering wheel, ordinary carpets, gear stick fob. All of those things I've got still, should anybody want to be crazy enough to return this to a concourse competitor. I've even got the original 948 engine, the original smooth case, transmission, or gearbox as we like to say. When you see slideshows of these things, they tend to show all the classic views and not the bits that can get messed up. So the idea of this was to reveal some of those places and how good they are. So this is inside the bonnet, not a hood, the bonnet. You can see it's completely as clean as it is on the outside. Around the wheel arches, the bonnet often didn't match completely with the sill. This one's pretty close, not perfect. Then this is one of the areas that rusts because of waterlogging. Similarly here on the A-pillar, because water creeps in through the windshield, bolts. This was to demonstrate that it's new rubber seals and new glass. The original body plates, I've forgotten which one means which, but they're right. This is on the other side. Then a strange look down at the inner, we call them sills, to show that there's no rubbish going on in there. Strange view, but it's where a lot of mess normally is. This is the rear of the seats with them tipped forwards. Still ashamed of some of the bits that are showing that my naked eye didn't see, that the camera's exaggerating. Front wheel, everything had been redone, as I said before. Even all the rubber mounts that are often missing these days for the bonnet to come down on. I was told that the only thing you can't buy now are the actual steel wheels. You can still get those chrome hubcaps though. Brand new tonneau. I've got a new top and bow and side screens, but I just never use them because I don't want to go out in the wet. I've always been apprehensive about buying old cars that you don't know the history of, and one of the main problems for me is oil pressures and temperature. I thought I'd just include this little bit. There we are at idle, or tick over as we say. Solid £50. That's about as hot as it ever gets. I think it must have been standing around for a while I was doing some videoing. Then I just slowly increased the revs. So this is well warmed up, so this isn't like a inflated pressure by the fact it's just been turned on cold. And that's what it runs at usually. Sort of 3,000 revs and up is at £70. I won't talk too much over this so you can hear the tone of the exhaust. This was done while I was doing the rev tests that you've just seen for the oil pressures. Apologies for all the distorted reflections of me, but it was just a sunny day. Just a quick two-way pass underneath to show the new petrol tank, rear axle renovated, floor panels, and I've paused it there so you can see the diaper, or as I like to say, nappy, which was originally put in when it had a slight oil leak, drops and bits coming from between the gearbox and the engine. Doesn't happen anymore, but I just like the comfort of having that there. You can put a better cross member in there to replace that battered one. They were never designed to be jacked up on, and that's the problem. So it's like bending over the years, not structurally necessary to replace it. And that's it.